Marcellus Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to you. And I got another Central Panther here, one of the champs, Byron Pinkney. Thanks for jumping on with me here tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, for sure, man. So I know you've been up in Lock Haven, had your freshman season, man, in the PSAC. Tough, tough, tough league, but you got some playing time, man. How's it going up there at Lock Haven? How was your first season?
First season was good. A lot more about learning the game, expanding my horizon, meeting new people and stuff, and really getting challenged. Definitely looking for a bigger role next year. I mean, it was kind of hard playing behind a couple seniors and stuff, people who've been there. But looking forward to next season, really I feel like I've improved and gotten better while everybody around me has gotten better too. So think we're going to be really good next season, and we're just going to keep going from where we're at now. Yeah.
Well, dude, that's you seem to always kind of keep improving, man. I know you personally kind of seem like you jumped out of nowhere at the YAIAA. I don't know if your junior year and your senior year, were you hurt in your sophomore season?
Sophomore season was I played JV my sophomore season.
Okay.
I ended up sitting varsity, but there were some off court problems that had happened, and it was cut short that I had to deal with. But kind of learned from that. Junior year came back, played the first couple of games, then I ended up getting hurt, which was kind of a bummer for me. And then senior year came around, and then everybody knows how that went. That was a great year for our team, for the players. Good year for me.
So
Um,
maybe
so
that's where it was your senior season. It seemed like I was like, man, they're going to be really kind of hurting this year. And then who's that guy dunking all over the place, flushing it like a
yeah,
plumber? So you guys won districts your senior year. You won the counties. I think that was the third year in a row for the counties.
yeah.
Um, we know we talked about Coach Jeff Hoke over a few interviews, but wanted to have you on here, share any kind of stories about the man, the legend, especially because tonight's his birthday.
Oh yeah. First off, happy birthday, Coach Hoke. I'm gonna definitely give you a call later. But nah, I would say my the biggest way he's kind of been influential in my life was so junior season, heading at the end of junior season, so we're heading in the summer. After we won the state chip, we were having all these parades and stuff, and we would go to the Capitol. And I think this day, I want to say they came down and give us certificates and stuff from the Capitol. And he pulled me into our AD's office, and he kind of told me, he was like, with Greg leaving, I want you to step up, kind of have a bigger role. And then me being like, I was really humble in that moment. I'm like, what do you need me to do? Like, just defend, just pass the ball, get the ball to Ben and Ben. He's like, what? Like, no, I want you to score the basketball. I want you to be that guy as long with them. And he kind of since actually my sophomore season, even when I played JV, he's kind of been really influential in my life, helping me out. I used to have a really bad attitude problem, and he was the one that fixed that just like that. He was really hard on me, but I mean, it ended up working out. He got me to where I'm at today. He was part of that reason where I'm at Lock Haven. But I mean, out of all things, I would just say, in my opinion, he's probably one of the greatest coaches in York County history. Outside of all those accolades, I mean, my grandfather coached, and I have uncles who have coached, and there's a lot of great coaches. But I'd say his touch with just the way to talk to kids and to get through to a kid and to help that kid build while not having, sometimes it's only him at practice. We might not even have our assistant coaches, and he's so hands on that it's just like what would you do without him, honestly. So that's what I would just say. He's probably one of the greatest coaches I've ever played for, if not the best, in my opinion.
Wow, man, he's such a energy, people person, and you know, I always gave him props too. Like a lot of coaches will run, 6, 7
Yeah.
off the bench and that kind of stuff. He just kept them running, man. Kept them running. Like this season, especially, he really tapped in. Now it helps, Central had a good talent pool, but he always seems to get the best out of his players. And I was at Spring Grove when your grandfather was at York High, Keenan
Mhm.
Preston coach, and he's a legendary coach as well. So you definitely got that running in your family, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I would say, like, no matter what, I mean, we do live in Central, so we were kind of always blessed with God-given talent, just born and raised in our district. Except for guys like Ben, obviously, he made a move to Central his freshman year. Played against the kid my whole life, and I never thought I was going to be playing with him. But I mean, like he's found a way. Even though he wasn't here, he knew guys that had been together since we were in fourth and fifth grade, and it kind of felt like us being passed off to him. It didn't feel like a pass off. It felt like I've known him like my whole life, and I had just met him my freshman year when he, no, my eighth grade year when he had got to Central. So I mean, he's done a lot. I mean, our team has always gone deep. Last year we went about, I think, at one point in the season we were going about 8 deep, which I mean for high school basketball it's pretty decent amount with 8 guys being able to play only 8 minute quarters. So he's definitely found a way to really like he always has a thing too where he'll pick a freshman up every year to play varsity. And I mean, this year I think it was I forget the kid's name, but
Oh,
I
yeah,
think he wears
Miller.
number
Miller. It was Miller.
huh?
It was
Yeah,
Miller. Yeah, and the cool
yeah.
thing was, he checks in, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I know this guy because I coached under his dad, in the
Hmm.
AAU program, and as soon as he jumps in, gets the ball, takes it right to the foul line, stops on a dime and hits it, and I'm like, that was his first points ever in varsity, and it was like 6 seconds in, and I was
He
like,
was in
"Oh,
eighth grade. He was in eighth grade, and he was homeschooled at the time, and he had came to the high school tryouts, and he was playing for a little bit, and then Hoke was kind of like, "Who's that kid?" I'm like, "I think I worked out with him once or twice. Like, I don't think he's in high school at all." And then he comes over, he's like, he's in eighth grade. He's killing too. He's playing so. I like his game. I'm not
yeah,
gonna lie. After the first game of the season, I think he had like 12 or something.
yeah,
But I like it. He's gonna be a problem by his senior year. He's
oh yeah."
already a problem now. But other guys like RB, Doug, Ben, Saxton, Brooklyn, Matthew, even though Matthew hasn't played in a while, but Matthew Parker, like he's always trying to find a way to like bring guys up and keep them in that system for so long that it's like it just clicks for him, and then that's how we were able to be so good and we were able to win games. So it was really fun.
Yeah, man, that's it's exciting watching that, and yeah, like you said about Wes Miller, and man, I mean that state run when he had Dougie coming off,
Mhm.
he was a freshman, right?
Yeah,
It's
Doug was a freshman.
crazy, crazy, and you know that Reading game, which was huge in that whole run.
Mhm.
Uh, Dougie, I thought was gigantic. I think it was the third quarter. He
Yeah,
had
third quarter he came out with like 8 straight points, and that was
Yes, and I'm like, man, he can just stop on a dime again, elevate. He was huge in that game. But I mean, it took every single one of you guys. I mean, that championship against Parkland. I mean, you had Saxton playing, crazy defense. Ben Rill was playing awesome defense. I mean, it was
Mhm.
just constant. Brooklyn coming off the bench, and then I mean RB Brown. They finally take the lead with like a minute 2 seconds left, and they only
Right.
had the lead for like 4 seconds, and Sub Zero hit that three. Man, it's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I think all our guys, like, even though I wasn't playing that year was so fun just practicing and like just being around that team was so fun that it's like no matter what, like he always jokes about like I could literally put anybody in the game and we'd be good. But like that year, he literally could. We had guys on the bench too, who were nice too. Asmir Ludwig, Nasir Rupert, I want to say Bowden Peace, like bunch of guys that were really good that year. I mean, we ended up winning, which was good for our team and good for the program. I mean, first state championship in public school for 6A in our league. So I
Yeah.
mean, that was really big for us. That's still an accomplishment that even I still have the trophy, the ring, all that. Like I'm proud of myself for that. And then being able to win the first district championship too for our school, it was like we had a lot of pride in our school, and we kind of just wanted to be the best for Central, and just like make everybody around us proud. Like, hey, like we're not only a football school, like we hoop too, we play basketball, we can go at them with the best schools in PA. Um, like I mean, our coach would always take us over everybody, so there was never a game where it's like, hey, like we might go out here like just play our best. You might win. No, it was always you better win.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just them having so much faith in us to really be basketball players and not robots was the biggest thing for us, honestly.
Well, that's so deep, man. And it's true because even this year, going in the states against Father Judge in double
Yeah.
overtime. Like, it's a lot of teams will go into that like, oh man, I mean, Father Judge, like, you know, guys, just do your best, like you just said. Man,
Hmm.
I mean, they were right there.
I was watching that game. My college coach was at the game, texting me about the game because I think he's looking at. I don't know who he was looking at from either school. I don't know. He left me out of the mix that day, but yeah, he ended up being at the game at Reading, and I'm sitting there watching the game on my phone while we're supposed to be watching film. I'm watching a game on my phone and stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, RB hit that three, RB hit that three, Doug, go take it to the rim, please. And I mean, surprise, like they really held their own, especially being undersized and Judge a big team. Like they really held their own, only losing by what they lose by. They
That's
lost in double overtime.
yeah.
That's all I know. But it was I was super surprised. I said they actually really made me they made me happy. They put a smile on my face. A lot of people doubted them. A lot of people said like they were talking since last year, since we've been at school, like, oh, they're not going to be as good without Ben and Ben. But honestly, I had so much faith in RB and Doug and RJ, Gavino, a
Yeah.
lot of the whole team. I've known them since we were little. I know what they can do. They're capable of doing anything. So I knew they were going to have a good season. It might not have gone how they wanted it to go, but like honestly, to still make state playoffs at one point in time, there was Central wasn't even going to able to make states for a while, and I mean they've made that that's like normal for us now. So
Yeah.
that's normal for the school, and hopefully that winning tradition continues with the new head coach at Central, and that same pride just keeps passing down the line. I mean, we kind of wanted to build a powerhouse, and we kind of did, and we kind of want to keep that culture going.
Well, it's man, what a crazy last 8 or so years, or even so, for the Central
Mm-hmm.
Panthers program and Coach Hoke. And like you said, the foundation is there. I see the kids playing in the school district out in there, like at the park, and there's like plenty of them too. So that program, like you said, ain't going nowhere, man. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for you and next season at Lock Haven, your sophomore
Sir.
season. I'm sure Coach Hoke will be expecting you to continue to get better as you always do.
Yes. Hopefully, I hope he does.
Yes, sir. Well, any other closing remarks on Coach Hoke or anything looking back at Central?
I mean, roll CY and happy birthday, Coach Hope. That's about it.
There it is. I love it. Byron Pinkney, thank you so much jumping on with me here tonight. Sports Shooting Stars, we bring the game to
To
you.
you.